Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. So then we're going to talk about the Bitcoin MYK referral contest, 100,000 Bitcoin MYK going out on the 28th of January. Still got time, still got about 4 days, still quite a bit of time to get referrals in and win what could be a great prize. It's still anybody's game. This kind of got me thinking about the history of Bitcoin. And I was always under the impression, as we're taking a look down memory lane here, of some of the earliest prices established in Bitcoin, right? Going back to the 2009 era. And I always thought it was a penny that Bitcoin kind of traded around and held, and that it had achieved 4 million% returns, almost 5 million% returns. But apparently, Bitcoin, there was a time when it was fractions of pennies, fractions upon fractions of pennies, and where just $1 could buy 1,300 Bitcoin. Imagine how crazy ridiculous that is. That $1 you just frivolously spent back in 2009 could get you 1,300 Bitcoin, something that's well over $30,000 per Bitcoin, right? It's crazy. It is ridiculously crazy, insane. And I don't know if we'll ever see anything like this again. I think most people would say no, unless Bitcoin just kind of, was replaced by, something. And I don't think that's going to quite happen in this type of way ever again. But what it does make one realize is that you look at something like the possibilities of certain cryptocurrencies that are at these quite low price ranges that can jump to value like that, or even jump to a very significant value, whether it be 50 times, 100 times, 1,000% returns, or whatever the case may be. Cryptocurrency is probably the only place left on the planet Earth where something like that may even be conceivable. So here on the Bitcoin MYK site, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Bitcoin MYK project as we're looking at some of our referral contest leaders on the leaderboard here. So looking at some of that comparable information, or looking at some of that data from Bitcoin over a decade ago, that was the opportunity for a cryptocurrency project to emerge with this new frontier in decentralized finance, right? And it created a lot of opportunity, like many new technologies can do that are so revolutionary as Bitcoin was. But is this the end of what we're going to see with projects in cryptocurrency like that? And I don't believe so. And I believe Bitcoin MYK might possibly be one of those next projects that are going to slowly creep up out of nowhere. And this is an opportunity to earn the Bitcoin MYK, 100,000 of them, just by referring your friends and family to receive Bitcoin MYK free. And the reason this is because if you look around you right now, you're probably aware that you're in what is being labeled as a global pandemic. Prior to that, you've probably heard that many concerns about AI and job displacement. You've heard the dangers of robots replacing humans in the workplace. And it's been now this concern about what do we do about this, and what plan do we have to deal with these displaced workers, right? That is probably happening. And with all these things coupling up upon us, even to looking at our economy as we potentially are going to head into a recession in 2021, as some economists believe. Ideas like universal basic income in 2020 were a very hot topic. I'm sure if you did a Google search on UBI, you'll find that UBI was a greatly searched topic. But universal basic income is even becoming more the topic of conversation because it's now being looked at as actual solutions. This is coming from our political leaders. It's coming from world-renowned economists. It's coming from many people who champion trying to find solutions and the idea of universal basic income. And so we look at a project like Btcmyk. What it does is it unites the concept of Bitcoin with universal basic income. I think that's one of the most perfect ways to put it. We've defined the project in many ways. But I think when you take those two ideas of Bitcoin and universal basic income, put them together, Btcmyk is what you get. And so it's a lot of great information about Btcmyk. This isn't really the video for it. I just wanted you all who are involved to see the possibilities of what Btcmyk could be at a time I think is needed, and the potential that you can see in the growth of this project with this coin. So if you are a person who refers and you also earn our cryptocurrency when you do refer people. Right now it's 100 Btcmyk every person you refer. And much like early Bitcoin, this is a cryptocurrency that's trading around fractions of a penny, a cent, things like that. But as we discussed at the opening of the video, you see what the history of some cryptocurrencies are that do that. But not only that, Bitcoin is much like Btcmyk, I think, was one of those projects that creeped up on us. Remember where you were when you first heard Bitcoin and where, how long it was after it was created, right? I was fortunate enough and not so fortunate to hear about Bitcoin in 2010. And I think around 2010, 2011, I was able to get Bitcoin, right? So I was one of those very early people. Unfortunately, I didn't see the full potential or understand the full potential of Bitcoin. So when it got up pretty well, I did end up selling the Bitcoin I had. And of course, Bitcoin went through as many deaths and obituaries, and it still emerged to what we see today. But they say hindsight is 20/20. And so I guess the point I'm trying to make is that sometimes the good cryptocurrency projects are the ones you ignore or don't think much about or don't think it's going anywhere. But I think there's a great opportunity for you to not only get involved with Btcmyk, but earn some of the cryptocurrencies just by referring people. And who knows what the possibilities of that could be one day for you. But that's all I'm going to say right now in the video. Congratulations. As you can see, the top referees, the top person has 20 referrals, and then it goes from 7 to 6, right? So it's still pretty much anybody's game, right? So make sure you get in there. You got 4 more days left. That's all I want to say in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe. And until next time, as always, take care.